Good morning. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle, and welcome to the day after Mother's Day, Monday, beautiful May Monday. Woke up to a few sprinkles, which was kind of a surprise. Not a lot of rain, but kind of a beautiful little clearing of the air. And I hope all you mothers out there had a lovely day. We certainly did. My family came over, and Maggie from Ireland is here, so she got to meet them all, and we had an amazing day gearing up for the retreat that starts on Wednesday. And I keep just getting blown away by the possibilities that are coming up for the women, because we're receiving so much right now about what we're going to be doing. It is just really exciting. So I know there's one more out there. One more of you needs what we're going to be offering, and we need your energy to come in. So if you've been on the fence, if you've been wanting to, and if you've put it off, don't call me. Get a hold of me. So this is a very extensive reading this morning. The overarching theme that came up was the Six of Wands, and which is really quite a high vibe card, except that it came up in reverse. And in reverse, it means things are kind of look as though they're falling apart. Things aren't working out quite the way you wanted. Things are on hold. We're being just kind of held right now. And that's oftentimes, especially when we've been working to make something happen, that's been our focus, is to put the energies in. The time isn't wasted, but the time is not right now. And so if there are things standing in your way, they're because you've got some things to learn from them. There's some things you can glean from this time of just maybe not quite yet. Because the next card that came up is you put a lot of work in, and this is the Seven of Wands. And a lot of energy, see all that flame to make this thing happen. And it is going to happen. It is happening. It just doesn't feel like it. It doesn't look like it. And we can feel quite discouraged right now. We're in the midst of some huge solar flare energy. We've seen apparently here they've seen the northern lights. I'm never up that late. And we're seeing them very far south in the country because of the geomagnetic storm that these solar flares are creating. Well, they also have this effect on us, our emotions, our physicality, our energy levels. I mean, we're just kind of being, again, I've likened it many times to being put in a bag and shaken up energetically. So things are coming out. Shadow stuff is coming up. This is the time to really begin healing yourself. And that's, Maggie and I were on the porch last night talking about the retreat, and she started working with the ladies before she came to the States. And we were talking about what she did with them and what they talked with her about. And at one point I looked at her, I just went, can you see what we get to do here? She said, yes. I said, we get to really open these people up to their power and really start teaching them how to do their work, their own inner work, their clearing to manage their energies, because we've got huge jobs. These people coming to my retreats are not nothing. They are huge energies in the world, and we get to help open them up. And there have definitely been some roadblocks that have felt a couple times like, and I will always get that. Maybe I should do this. Maybe I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I've prepared. And it's like, I always play these very flexible because of the people coming in. How we want to move forward is very individualized, and Creator knows exactly what they're doing by who they bring together and how we play this. And so we are going to have times when we're slower, when we think we're not making progress, when we feel like our plans have been thwarted. This is one of those times. It's really a time for healing yourself, for growth, for looking at the energies present and releasing them so you can move forward. It's like we have been acknowledged. This success that you've worked so hard for, it is coming. It is coming. And the next card is the Fool. That is you sometimes just want to take a risk. you're in this holding time. Things are going to start coming to you, and you're going to want to have enough courage to take the risk to step off a bit into that unknown. Every retreat I do is an unknown because it's not the same people. It's not the same thing. And so we really want to own the truth of that, own that we have all the support we need as long as we are open, willing, and ready to be guided by those higher powers that absolutely will work with us if we allow them to. So the next card that came up was the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is all about seeing through to the other side and looking at all of the powers. I mean, there's all of these symbols. And because I don't read tarot, I know some of them. I'm going to read these cards because there's so much message. Can you feel the change in frequency? The High Priestess knows all, and nothing is hidden from her. This is that change in frequency, is that feels kind of like we're on hold. We can move into a place of angst and fear and impatience, or we can move into what is here for me. What can I grow with right now? Because that is absolutely why we go into these holding times. She effortlessly travels to and from the other side. With great knowledge comes responsibility. In her awareness, she carries the task of educating those around her. But she also knows how much to allow us, and so that we don't get too overwhelmed. I was working with somebody and they were talking about, oh, their daughter. She's, I think, 16, 17, maybe 18. And she's been a very high and powerful energy for a while. And these things started scaring her. And I said, you can ask for it to be modulated. You can ask for it to come in easier. We have the right to do that. And that's what the Empress is letting us know, is that the High Priestess, you've got a lot of understanding and ability to see through things. Definitely want to be inviting your guides, angels, companions in, so you're seeing it with balance, and trust that ability in you. And the more you start working with your own energies, and again, my path in life is to empower people into the truth of who they really are, the power they've got. And Maggie and I were talking last night, and somebody had wanted her to do this work for her, and she said, no, I can, but it doesn't behoove me or the world to be the one to do it. You want to learn to do this work, because then you are far more powerful in the world. And that's what we are bringing people to, the breakthrough. So the next card after the High Priestess, let me see if there was anything more. Oh, yeah. An adept parent can teach their child everything, but look at the half of the glass. It is not exactly, we don't want to have all of this knowledge at once. The High Priestess is take it a little bit at a time, because then you can fully grasp what is coming in for you. And some of it is very challenging. That's when you want to stand in your power and go, what did I bring this for? How can I move forward with this? What does that look like for me? And it is the next card that is the Chariot. And that is number 7. And the Chariot is always this beautiful upward movement. Our forcefulness is part of nature's dance, ever gracefully moving forward. And see, they're moving from the lower to the higher. And look at, they're holding hands at one point. There's one taking another, helping them along. And that is really what we're growing ourselves to be, are the helpers to bring other people into the power, into the truth of their light, their greatness, their amazingness. And we've got such varied energies coming. And I was telling Maggie, I said, I realize these women haven't all met one another. A couple of them have, but in fact, one of them I met in a class that we were doing painting, and the woman is coming that did the painting is coming to the retreat, and she's offering her painting outlet as part of our creative. But I was saying, I don't feel like this group is real cohesive in their energies. And she went, no, there's a lot of different energies. And I said, but I know what Creator does. And because they're all perfect for this time, Jeannie says, I choose to be calm and listen to my inner voices, which are my spirit guides, which is beautiful. It's like, that's the choice we always have. So anyway, the chariot is that forward movement and helping one another move up. So if I know I'm pounding home, but I truly, in my depths of my heart, I know there is one more person that needs to come to this retreat. And it's Wednesday. And so this is like just kind of this off the wall, miraculous thing. But if you have that push, that urge, I'm telling you, now is the time to really step into that, because this is going to be life changing for so many. And it's just a huge, beautiful thing. So the chariot is that forward movement and bringing one another up so we can really all stand in our power. The next card that came up was the Queen of Swords, which is this beautiful, beautiful heart-based energy. She's a sharp, wise thinker, because you look at that, the sword is very much a wisdom card and very much cuts through the BS. The Queen of Swords is sharp and wise thinker. She may come off as blunt and prickly. That's kind of me at times. We'll have a little bit of Queen of Swords energy, because sometimes I get done saying something and I'm like, damn it, I could have said it like this, and it would have been a little gentler. And then, I'll have to go back and apologize. I didn't mean to be so blunt. But it does come, the Queen of Swords, it comes from a caring heart. Like all queens in the tarot, she represents motherhood. Not all love manifests as feminine softness. That's why, we will get things sometimes that are very challenging in this lifetime. But they're always, especially if we are standing in the power of us being co-creators with the universe, that we brought this to ourselves to learn. And we can be open, willing, ready to get the guidance so we can move from this less than comfortable, challenging time out of it with more knowledge, more understanding, more insights into who we are, why we came, what it is we're doing here, and how amazing we really are. That's almost the hardest lesson for us to learn. We have the Queen of sometimes setting someone you love straight is the most considerate thing you can do. And that is where the Queen of Swords comes in. We don't need to be coddled. That is the victim energy. It does need to be presented to us as gently as possible. And I have a friend that can really monopolize a conversation when work is needing to be done. And I've been asking Creator, it's like, how can I gently tell them that there is a time to just elaborate way beyond need? How do I bring in that this isn't the time, and how can I be gentle with it? I'm open, willing, ready to be guided. And then I was given the insight. It's like, oh, this is the wording that will help take the sting from what needs to be said. And that really is the Queen of Swords. The next card that came up was the Seven of Cups. And look at the face in there, that dream time, that spiral right in the third eye. And this is about, there's like this veil for you right now. You're just not real sure. Things are not real clear. And you're very heady and very much in the spirit world. We need to find the balance in all of it, and that cutting through of that fogginess, because that is where I'm open, willing, ready, guide me comes in. We get those taps on the shoulders. We get the inklings that really wants to be the mantra, the prayer that you hold on a daily basis. Oh, my hands are tingling. I love that. Like, there's great work that's going to be done. And, as we move forward and closer and discover our power and our gifts and our abilities, things start coming online. And my hands have been coming online even more than they were. And then the Knight of Cups is this beautiful, beautiful very much. It's a romance card, but it is really a card of love. You see that I can't ever. I, there it is, at 2 horses, and that cup is very much that this is all surrounded, this time of challenge, of growth, of some shadow work, the difficult balanced with the lovely, if we choose it to be. But the Knight of Cups is all about true love. And this is Creator's love being manifest through you, absorbed by you, so that you can really begin to step into your self-love and moving forward with that love in the understanding of who you really are. That is true love, the love of self. And as we, Maggie and I were sitting on the porch last night, and Maggie is just an incredible gift in so many ways. But she was talking about working with these women and what she had been done, what she'd gleaned from them. And I was sitting there going, wow, it is for me just gaining the insights of who these women were, what we were going to be able to do with them, and how we were opening them to their next energy of amazingness that is able to be shown to them. And I was sitting there going, holy cow, finally, I own the power that I have to help people move forward. I'm not feeling that doubt of who the hell do I think I am? And I'm not really all that in a bag of chips. Yes, I am. And so are you. And sometimes we just need that nod and that constant reminder. The Knight of the Cups is that true love. And this is, the guides are telling me this is that angelic love that you are, that you have access to, that you want to step into. And it is, I just keep getting nudged. I'm going to say it again. It is not too late to decide to come to this retreat. If you need help to figure out the finances of it, reach out to me. We can work it out. In my heart of heart, I know there is one more person that is perfect for coming into this group. And I would love to see you there. And I have a name, and I'm sure they're full of doubts, but Debbie C., you need to come to this retreat. Just saying. And you're probably not the only one. If you really feel pulled forward, then reach out to me and we will make it happen. Jeannie, have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Jeannie, I don't know if you've seen the 24th, I'm hosting a get-together for Maggie here at 6:30. I'd love to have you come. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage, on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. Until we meet again.